From the great halls of their house, there are assembled three who hope to one day be the world's greatest driving heroes. Created from the cosmic legends of the universe comes our team captain, the Vision, Bill Fisher, and their soon-to-be Wonder Woman, Vicki Fisher, and our Captain Marvel and head flight trainee, Jennifer Scripchuk. Their mission: to fight injustice, share what is right and wrong, to get you out of your house and come out racing with them and serve all mankind. They are the Garage Heroes in Training Team.
I've done 750 of these puppies. I know what I need to do.
So, yes, while she's making notes.
Yes.
Formula One.
You're burning pot. You're burning pot. We'll do it. I'll bring it in right now. She could make notes in the background. She doesn't listen to me anyway.
I'm here.
See? Welcome to the Garage Heroes in Training podcast. We've got a hostful episode. Who else is hosting?
I'm Vicki.
And I'm Jeremy.
Santa Jeremy's back. Santa Jeremy, the beard keeps getting longer, which means your waist is not getting smaller.
That is somewhat kind of correct, but not really.
Okay.
The beard is getting longer, but the waist is getting smaller as well.
I thought the deal was no shave until Jeremy has shaved off part of Jeremy.
Well, that's what the deal is, but I haven't hit that goal to be able to shave it off yet.
Yeah, that's why I think longer means more Jeremy. Or not enough less Jeremy, I guess.
Yes, not enough less Jeremy. We'll go with that.
All right, very well. So, this goes back to Survive the 25, which rolled into 26, and I think started in 24. But we're still working on it. Actually, I'm
somewhere in that area. Yeah,
I'm done with my first 25. I'm working on my second 25, so I'm going to lap you soon.
That's
my second lap.
Good for you. That's awesome.
We're working on it. Anyway, someone who needs no loss of 25. My beautiful bride. What's up, Miss Vicki?
Yeah, I've opened up the garage, so I've been down there.
That's right.
I'm pretty excited. Got my my little Miata MB up on the lift right now and drained, and doing some work on that. So that was kind of nice to get going.
The garage is back in action. It's
yeah.
We put a entire tank full of oil in and used zero of it and refilled it now. So at least we're using it. So that makes me feel better.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is the first time that we've actually filled the tank up, and kept it at the lowest that we could do, which was probably about 42 is I think the lowest it'll go.
It's 40 or 42.
But it was so cold this winter that it just drained the tank. I popped in there and there was no oil. I'm like, well, okay,
Twice.
No problem. Yeah, but the first one I can kind of understand because I didn't fill it up before I closed the garage. I don't really think I did, but maybe I did. But I was really kind of surprised at how much it used because technically, the way the hanger is that it's really not worth it going down in there from January into February, strictly because the oil heater just works too hard to keep it warm.
Yeah.
So
I think we need to winterize it next year and not oil heat it because we're just heating it with nobody there. So that's kind of dumb.
Yeah. So, I mean, the nice thing is that it does have insulation on the back wall. It does have insulation on the other side on one wall. And then the front doors are insulated, but one side wall isn't. But there is two hangers that are kind of fitted right there. So there is a buffer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, unless it's above freezing 32 or something like that, it's 32 or something in the 30s. It's not really worth it. And we dropped down way too low to go down there. It was zeros and in the teens. So, nah, it's not worth it.
Jeremy, you've been to the hangar.
Oh yeah.
You know what
It's lovely.
We have two things that are outstanding that I am committed to doing, and I may need your assistance for two things. One, this lefty loosey rightsy tightsy thing is very confusing to me.
Yeah.
And two, I may need some additional Ooga Booga. We need to take apart the BMW parts car and we need to take apart the Civic parts car. I don't think it's going to take a lot of
Yes.
time because the
I don't
Civic
know.
only
They're fun to
needs
take apart.
the exhaust and the engine out. Anybody needs a B18, let me
No,
know.
no, the Civic. Yeah. Oh, that exhaust system is badass.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got a B18 engine, don't need it. And we've got an exhaust. We do need it. And the rest of it, I don't think we need. Maybe a few spare parts. So the
Yeah.
Civic's going to take
Yeah.
like 2 hours.
I'm gonna
And
take
then
the
we get
panels
to
off.
and then we get
Panels.
and then we get to do plasma torch and make it into small pieces of former Civic.
Unless somebody wants a shell that
Yeah.
may or
No,
may not
we-
be salvageable.
If somebody
No, we
wants a
have a
hatchback
title
shell.
for it. We
Yeah.
got a title for it.
No,
Okay.
it sounds like a fun weekend.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Destruction's fun.
Yep. That
Even I
sounds
can
like
do that.
That sounds like a fun weekend
Yeah.
in warm weather when we can grill
Yes.
and all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff.
Yes.
Sometime in
Perhaps
August.
see heat.
Yeah.
Yep. That
So-
sounds like a fun weekend.
So speaking of heat, when I think of heat, I think, why not go to New Hampshire? So Jeremy, what's it like in New Hampshire? Have you guys like started to thaw anything?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we don't have any snow on the ground most places now.
Really?
While I was in Phoenix, it was really, really warm here. Everything melted. It's been raining lately. So whatever there is, I mean, obviously there's still some big snowbanks, but
Piles, yeah.
for the most part, unless it was a big pile, there is nothing left anymore. I mean, it's still cold. You know, it's going to get cold again this week. It snowed a little bit today, but yeah, I mean, we're still, we're not out of winter. We're still in winter.
Oh, we were
So-
going to have more. So it's just,
Oh, yeah.
just wondering.
Yeah.
Was it, we had it really, really cold. Were you guys cold?
Oh yeah, it's been cold. Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
want to know
it's
if, the inversion.
No, I mean, I've been gone so much lately that I haven't really, I'm back into that. I'm home for a 1.75 days, if I'm lucky, so I've been kind of out of the
1.75.
loop. Yeah.
Nice.
Because it's not really quite 2 days because I get home usually Monday evening. I'm home
Right.
on Tuesday and then I fly back out first thing Wednesday morning. So
So do you have the divorce lawyer on retainer or is that still in TBD?
no, that's still TBD. That's still
Okay.
TBD.
I'm just wondering, are you gone enough that she's mad at you for being gone or are you gone enough that she likes you when you're home? Which one?
A little bit of both.
It depends on the week.
It depends on the week. Yeah, no, I mean, it's been fun. I've been in Texas. I've been in Phoenix. I've been in Florida. It's been fun.
So what tracks? Where we instructing in the stream?
Circuit Florida. And then we ended up using that as a February vacation. So the wife and kids flew down.
Oh, nice.
We went all over the place. We went to we ended up in Key West. We ended up in Naples, Florida.
Ooh, that's a trip from there.
Oh yeah, from Orlando area.
Yeah.
We actually ended up over in over near Cape Canaveral. We did a bunch of stuff over there.
Anything go up into the space or no?
Yes, we actually went over to Blue Origin.
Nice.
A friend of mine works there, and we got a private tour. Super, super cool, super fun. And then we got to watch one of the rockets launch. Blue Origin's about 3 miles from the launch pad.
Do you know which kind or doesn't
It
matter?
was a SpaceX. I don't know. I don't remember which one. It was one of the smaller ones.
Mm.
But yeah, it was really cool watching that thing launch.
You don't get the perspective until you actually are nearby when one goes up and you're like, oh.
Well, I mean, we
Yeah.
were 3 miles away and it was shaking the building and the
Exactly.
railings. And
Wow.
it was just this constant noise, this
Yeah.
constant,
Yeah.
I
It's like
can
when
only
you're
describe
hungry
it.
at the Lemons race.
Yes. Or if you've been to a Top Fuel drag
Yep.
race, it's
Yep.
kind of the same thing as that.
Except you're
Just
3 miles
constant.
away as opposed to 300 yards away.
Right. Yeah. And it's just constant for a solid, probably 2 minutes that you hear and feel it.
Yep. It's
Mhm.
the first one I ever saw was quite fun. I don't think Miss Vicky's seen one in person yet.
Yeah, it's super, super cool. If you ever get a chance, it's super cool. So then we came home. I was home for a couple days, finished out the basketball season, and then headed right to Phoenix, Arizona.
On the way to Tacoma? Oh
Yep.
no.
and then came home, and then flew back into Houston to go to Motorsports Ranch Houston.
Mhm.
And then I got home on Monday night, luckily, because of all the crazy weather on Sunday and Monday.
Yep.
It was nuts. One runway, and you know how big the Houston airport is.
Yeah.
Only one runway was positioned
Oh,
the correct
geez.
way that they could use for landing and takeoff.
That's no fun.
No,
Mhm.
no. But got lucky, got out of there. It was a little bit of a bumpy ride. But it was worth it. We got to Atlanta and made it from Atlanta to home.
Yep. It's not too bad. So
Yep.
we decided that since Santa Jeremy is available at home, not comatose from traveling, we would go over where we've been, what we're doing, and how we're doing. So,
Yeah.
Santa Jeremy, you've been when you are home, which is not much, you've been playing with the white one, I believe, the white race car.
Yes, the fun car, the crazy one. That one it's getting very close. My list is down to,
What kind
maybe
is it? What kind
2,
is it?
4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So that's a car that we've been working on for years and just trying to get it finished and done. And it's a 2004 BMW E46. Originally, it was built for, we started building it specifically for AER, but we're going to race it in other series. Lucky Dog. We might try a champ race. We'll see how that goes.
So that's your bigger boy car?
That's the big boy car.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The big boy.
that's the
big
big boy
boy.
car.
Got
The
big
suspension
boy.
alone in that car is basically our other car,
Yeah.
cost wise.
But-
That's the big boy car.
But we also had a subtraction from the family, a moment of silence. Well, actually, not from the family, but from this part of the family.
From this stable. Yes, from this stable of the family.
The extended Garage Heroes family. It's still in there.
Yeah. So let's talk about that real quick. And then I'll go back into the BMW. So El Jefe, trophy truck, whatever, it's been named various different things. He has found a new home. Now lives in Ohio, which that was quite a trip. He has gone to the Fokine family. I took that, delivered it out there in February. Ended up driving through snowstorms, and it was absolutely insane. Weather looked
The weather
great.
said keep me, and
Yeah.
you said no. I'm going anyway.
Yeah. The weather looked great. Took me 14 hours to get out there to his house. Took me probably about 13 hours to get home. There were still accidents all over the place. Tractor trailer trucks in the ditch. I mean, it was crazy. It was a crazy 2 days to deliver that thing out there.
And the worst part, you were too sick to stop by
Yep.
Yes. Yep. That was the worst part. Yep.
because you went right by.
I did. I essentially went right by. Vroom.
I mean, 2 miles, 3 miles.
Yeah.
God,
Yep.
that sucked.
Yep. So, but yeah, El Jefe is gone. I was told, and I haven't spoken to Tim yet, but I was told that was supposed to have its maiden race this past weekend.
Yeah, NCM, right?
I don't know where. I don't know. He didn't. Eric didn't tell me.
That's the Great Lakes, right?
Yeah.
I think that was NCM this weekend.
Yeah, Eric said that it was going to get broken in by the Fokine family this past weekend. So
Tim Fokine's still alive because he hasn't called me back, and I texted him in November. Tim Fokine.
He is hard to get a hold
November.
of. He's hard to get a hold of. He's got 2 houses that he's juggling back and forth with, and has been busy working. And so
It's March. Tim Fokine.
It is March. Hey Tim, it's March. So yeah, trophy truck's gone. I brought him all the spares. I gave him 3 sets of wheels with it. I had a brand new set of wheels in boxes.
Wow.
So all the spare parts went with it. Extra set of brake pads, all kinds of stuff. Actually, one of the sets of wheels had pretty decent 200 treadwear tires that probably could have got a solid race day out of, or a bunch of test days.
He's truck racing, so he only races one day, so he could probably get a weekend or 2.
Yeah. So it's gone, but it's not forgotten and it's not out of the circle of who we know.
Nope.
So yeah,
Vicki
so
and
it's
I are
good.
going to race against it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know. Miss Vicki, when's your next Great Lakes event?
Well, I do know that they were taking a list at Mid-Ohio for signing up April like 16, 17-ish.
Oh, cool.
But I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that one, but I am going to make one of them over there. It's yeah, I'm going to be doing that. I've been trying to think about everything as it's kind of panning out because of like
That
gas
never goes well.
prices and you know that kind of stuff because we're having a shift in the racing era right now.
Well, you're
So,
trying to get your instructor's certification,
yeah, I'd like
and
to.
you
I didn't
just
sign.
you just have to just do it
Yeah, I know.
because you keep trying to wing it, and then you're like, oh, it's
I
too late, I can't
know.
get to it, or oh, you just put it
No,
in the calendar and suck it up,
yeah, no, I think that one of the
Buttercup.
issues that is happening with it is that it's mid-Ohio and it's really far. And
It's
it's
like an
that
hour
whole
more than pit race.
yeah, but that's the one. But if you're going to be doing it, you have to do the whole thing.
No, you just have to. Maybe you don't do it all this year. You do it this year and next year, and then
Yeah,
graduate.
yeah,
You got to do like Mid Ohio. Unfortunately, we can't do pit race moment of silence.
yeah. But then, there's Michigan
So
up
much
at,
for silence there.
that's up in there.
Yep,
So,
Gingerman, Mid
Ginger,
Ohio,
yeah,
Yeah.
Audubon.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, part of me right now is weighing out um the cost of driving out with this new era of gas prices that are be coming out. And one of the things I talked to Bill about was that Audra and Max have such a great setup in their car trailer. And I said if it was just me going, because there's going to be times when Bill's not going to be able to go, and I said it's not really worth getting like an RV or and I don't feel comfortable sleeping in a tent as a woman being out there.
By yourself.
Yeah, by myself. So,
You could get one of Jeremy's tents and sleep on top of the car.
right, right. But here's the thing, does that Audra and Max have such a great setup, and I really thought about this spring and summer is to just go ahead and do my car trailer up to where if it was just me heading out with the car, then I would just go do that,
Yeah.
you know.
Hmm.
Yeah. And it would be comfortable. I wouldn't have to leave the track and the trailer locks from the inside.
Right.
So,
It's
Yeah.
great in case of fire.
well, I'll be inside it, so it's fine. I can
I
open
know.
the door.
I know. Just
Stop it. Stop it.
if
Yes.
I don't pick on you,
Mm-hmm.
it's not
Yeah.
me.
Right.
And
Right.
of course, I'm a outdoor camping girl anyway, so
Yeah.
it
I
doesn't
mean,
really bother me to do that.
I love
Yeah.
roughing it as much as the next guy.
Yeah.
Holiday Inn Express.
No, yeah.
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 I
Bill,
mean,
Bill loves to rough it.
yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? The Circle 8? No, not Circle 8. What is it?
I'd put my money on Bill roughing it in the wild.
That's
surviving,
right.
out surviving everybody.
Yeah. While I'm out there allergic to literally everything that grows. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I want. Give me more of that. Let me smear it across my body and turn into a strawberry. It'll be great.
This is true.
Yep.
This is very true.
Yep.
That's the one thing, like me and Bill are opposites that fit together well, except for that area.
We fit together
Yeah.
perfectly fine. I will let you go camp anywhere you want. I will stay at the hotel that's nearby.
That's what he
It's
said.
fine.
Yep.
I'll
Yep.
be with
Yes.
you during the day. I'll
This
go
sounds
back to
right.
the hotel.
Yep.
If it's a crap night, come back to the hotel with me. It's the
Yep.
best for everybody.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
funny.
That's Bill.
That's my Bill.
Yep.
Funny. Yeah, so that was the plan for that.
So listen, if you're going to punt on doing the full schedule for Great Lakes, then why aren't you doing Northeast?
I could do Northeast.
Get on the track. Stop coming up with reasons why not to. Jeremy,
Yeah.
help me here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to get on the track.
Yep, I do. I do.
And if I'm around, I'll meet you at the track.
Okay. So Bill and I will sit down and set the schedule up for me.
Yep.
There's and even if
And
Bill
we.
can't come, there's going to be races that I'm doing that I'm going to be there, so you better be
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
I mean, it can't be
Yep.
the person that he fictionally calls, let's just say, Nick, with quotes around it, because that person doesn't exist.
He doesn't
Yeah.
exist. He does not exist.
Yeah, so Jeremy and this Nick will,
Yeah.
he needs some real butts in seats, not this like fantasy fairyland, the Nick person that.
Do you remember that one time a long, long time ago where that random guy was choking on bacon and when I was cooking?
Oh
the
my
one
gosh, that was so freaking
the one you
funny.
paid to be Nick that weekend.
Yes, that
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe that might. Yeah, that's the guy I paid to be Nick that weekend. That he was playing Nick that weekend. Yep.
It's
Oh
like
my
when Jeremy
gosh.
was 13 and his girlfriend went to a different school. That's what Nick is. It's just a different.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love
Um,
Nick. Nick is freaking awesome.
There is no Nick. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, so we'll get into the race schedule later on. We'll finish out the episode with that one.
Yeah, sure.
Because I know everybody's wondering what the race schedule is going to be for this year.
So back to the BMW, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I diverted us with El Jefe, but had to.
Yeah.
What you doing with the BMW? This is not the one with the hands. This is the white one.
This is the white one, which actually it may get a modification in the livery because I love the hands so much that it might end up partaking in a little bit of that in the livery of the car.
Really?
Yeah. So no, it's getting close. I got most of the safety stuff in recently. Over the winter time, I did a bunch of adjustments to things. I had installed a breather system that wasn't going to work, and I found out through other people that had kind of the same setup that it just wasn't enough. So I ordered a new breather system.
Breather for what? Just in case people aren't aware.
Breather system for the engine. So in that car, the old intake manifold, there would be a breather hose, the vent hose that came out of the cylinder head, the valve cover actually, sorry, and it would go into the intake through various systems, and then it would go back down into the engine block. So the engine could actually breathe, right? If they're sealed up, they create pressure and they don't work.
Is that the crankcase pressure relief
crankcase
valve
breather
kind of
system?
thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Same thing. But
just
because
sure.
I have
bringing everybody with us for the ride,
right, crankcase breather system. Because I have a different intake, I can't run that design. So essentially, I have a tank that is off site, well, in the engine bay somewhere, and I have had a breather system built that I had built, and it just wasn't enough. There wasn't enough airflow going to go through it, so I ordered a larger system with a much larger hose, and I just have to redo that.
Is that an oil collector as well, or just for?
It is an oil collector as well. Yep. In case some oil gets out there, it is a catch can.
Okay.
Yep.
We have one of those on the car if you need a reference. I'm not saying ours is the best in the world, but at least you have something.
Oh yeah, no, I have. I had a catch can in the car. It just wasn't going to be enough.
Okay.
So I've got that. I got the rest of the wiring done. Now really my list is very small now. But just basically body panels. I have to weld in the window net. I got that all cleaned up and ready and prepared to weld in the window net.
And you need the window net for Lucky Dog, right?
AER. Yeah, everybody's over. Yeah.
Okay. Not lemons though.
No, center net's in.
How'd you do that?
Roll cage. No, center net gets it all attached to the roll cage.
Okay.
It basically attaches just like the belts do.
Okay. And that's strong enough. And I guess if it works for the belts, it works for the net. So
yeah. Yep. And then so I basically body panels, windshield, rear window, and then finish up the livery and just the odds and ends. So it's a small list compared to what it was, 6-8 months ago. But the first race for that car and is going to be in June, so we'll get to the schedule later. But I'm hoping to be able to test it. The first week of May is when we're scheduling to test the car, make sure everything's good.
Okay, for those playing the Garage Heroes in Training home game, that was 750 plus episodes before Bill dropped the microphone. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops. Butterfingers.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's pretty exciting that it's getting that close. So we'll see. We've got a busy schedule this year. The BMW, we haven't had a chance to touch it since New Hampshire. The other one, the black one, the handprint car. For those of you that have seen it, those of you that haven't, you need to see it because it's pretty rad.
I'd like to propose a nickname for it, and since it's your car, you can't do your own nickname. I've been thinking about this, and I wanted to have you face to face when I said this. I want it to be called Fondle.
How about Handsy?
Handsy, font, yeah. But does that really go with the whole,
No,
kids,
he does need to keep it kids friendly.
No, not at all. I just want to see.
You can name it. You could name it High Five.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, the kids, 4 months to 15 years old.
Yeah, we probably need to go a little more
Yep.
PG.
Yeah. But no, that car, it's great. It came off the track at New Hampshire. Little late race hiccup cost us third place, but still came in fourth. And then
did you change the water to antifreeze? Please say yes. Please. Say
100%.
Yes. Okay.
So
because you said you didn't touch it since the race, I'm like, please say you changed. The
I don't know. We haven't done. Yeah. No, I changed the antifreeze in the truck, the BMW, and sorry for parties.
Nice.
Camaro
Failbird?
there, a Firebird, the Failbird.
Failbird.
Yeah. Oh, did I tell you that story about the Failbird? Because that's what I did.
Vicky's not aware. I am aware, but our audience
you can fill me in.
Aware.
All right. So the Failbird, we're at New Hampshire, and of course Jeremy opening his big mouth like I always do.
The better to feed you with.
The boys wanted to figure out a way to keep the Failbird here instead of trying to lug it back across the country. And
the boys meaning Tim Burr and his puppy.
Well,
right.
Yes and no. No, it was more the team as opposed to, so much Tim. But Tim has a place up in Maine. And I was like, hey, listen, if you can, if Tim says it's cool, like I'll just take it home or get it to me, bring it to my house, and I'll get it to Tim's house. So, of course.
Because you have nothing else to do.
Right, because I have nothing else to do. It's a solid 2-hour drive without towing. It was like a almost 6-hour round trip. That just driving, and then I had to unload it and move some stuff, and so it was a whole day. So they bring it. Dean brings it over to me, drops it off at my house. It's at my house for a week, and then I finally had time to get it up to Tim's house up in Maine.
Right.
And so the Failbird is in Maine, and it's on the East Coast, and it's going to do some racing next year.
Nice.
Yeah,
the Failbird is back.
Yep, it is. It's back. It's back.
Did the sofa set survive for New Hampshire, or is that
the sofa set was gone when they tried to find it? I guess it had gotten thrown away. So they searched high and low to find a sofa set and couldn't find one. But that is 100% in the works for next year. Sofa set is going to be found.
So Sorry for Party likes to have a garage reserved just strictly for their living room sofa set that they keep on site at New Hampshire, in case people aren't familiar with the goings on of the crazy team that is Sorry for Party.
Yes, and anybody that's in New Hampshire, if you have an old sofa set that you need to get rid of,
yes,
it can gladly be taken off your hands. Just let us know.
Yes,
there you
absolutely. The more Sopranos, the better.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, for Sorry for Party, it's probably Sopranos, but that's a different story.
Right.
So anyway,
we just said we had to keep the car PG. We didn't say we had to keep the episode PG.
I mean, we didn't say anything yet. It's not like when Ben starts, using his southern adjectives there.
Yeah. So it's been a busy winter. I coached a lot of basketball this winter. So that was a lot of fun. So it's kind of, I wish both cars were finished, but I was unfortunately really busy with basketball.
So if I remember 2025, Jeremy, I believe your goals were set pretty high because, and I believe I quote, I'm done coaching basketball and I'll have plenty of time now. End quotes. I mean, it's pretty close. Pretty close.
No, not basketball, baseball.
Oh, baseball. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Yeah.
Basketball.
So I'm coaching basketball, but not baseball. But But no, it was just a busy winter, and but I was able to get quite a bit done, and so that's a positive thing, and we've got high hopes for the year.
You sound like one of the dwarves from Snow White.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, high hopes. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, Miss
Yeah.
Vicky,
Yes.
what car fiascos do we have to make up for last season?
So, so for right now, um, I've been driving the truck around, and it's
Daily
not,
daily truck, not race truck.
yeah, not race
Right.
truck. So I would like to just kind of let that sit and rest. And I have a checklist of brake jobs I have to do. So my MB's up, which doesn't need brakes.
And B Miata.
Yeah, the MB Miata. I have to do the ND Miata, which I can drive around. The Acura has Brembo brake systems on it, so I have to go ahead and put those on order. And they're just the fast ones. I can get those in and out the door.
How
And
many
then
miles do you have on that Acura that you need brakes already?
they said I
That's
had
what
a
I
brake
said.
job. I have to put it up there. I don't know the quality of the brake pads that were on there. So, but when I had it in the shop, um, I was actually just having them just do the fluids on. Okay, so here's what happened in the wintertime. In the wintertime, I had the Acura at the house, and it caught me by a snowstorm caught me by surprise up here. Because sometimes it does that. We sometimes we'll get snow, sometimes we don't get snow in the region. But
We're in what
anyway,
Pennsylvania calls the mountains of Pennsylvania,
right, we're in the
which aren't
mountains of
which
Pennsylvania,
aren't
so
mountains.
this snow caught me off guard, and the truck is the truck that we use to plow the parking lot at work. So I had to wake up. I looked out the window going, "Oh crap." And I was driving the Acura down, and it was the first snowfall, and they were not prepared. So they didn't do the roads. And I had a miserable time just trying to get to the hangar. So I ended up pulling off to the guy who fixed our trailer. And I walked in the door, and I'm like, "Hey, Bill," because his name's Bill also. I said, "Bill."
Greatness.
Right. I said, "Can you do a girl a favor?" I said, can I leave my car here and can you drive me to the hangar so I can go get the truck?" He goes, "Yeah, sure. No problem." And I said, "Oh, drive me over to the airport. Can you drive me to the airport?" Right. And then he said, "Yeah, sure." So I went back out and I moved the truck into the parking lot where they have all the other cars there. And one of the guys said, "You better ask her what airport." So I'm like, "No, it's not Philly. No, it's not Jersey." I said, "No, it's around the corner." I said, "That's where the truck is." She says, "Yeah." So we hop in the truck, and he manages to get me over there, but none of the roads were plowed, and my Acura was just all over the place. It was not hitting any elevation, any hills, nothing. I made
And they
it
didn't
there.
plow the airport.
Right. And they didn't plow the airport. And I kept thinking, I'm not going to get in the airport with this thing.
Nope.
So it
Got
was so
enough of a
nice.
hill on the way in.
Yeah. And the other thing too was that Bill was out of town. He was traveling.
Oh, yeah.
So Bill was like, "Listen, if that happens again and you're stuck or something like that, just let me know. Call me. No problem." I was like, so nice. Like, it's nice to know people. It really is.
Oh,
Bills are great.
100%.
Bills are great.
Right.
You know,
So I was just like, all right. So I getting back to the brake job, I let him do the work on the car because I'm like, "Hey, well, since my car's there, I'll just pay you guys to go ahead and just do the fluids on it, stuff like that." And I brought him lunch and everything. And he was the one that said, "Hey, you're going to need a brake job." He says, "But they're Brembo brakes and they are just like a big deal brake." So he's got me like all shaking a little bit, like, "Oh, well, what kind of brake system do I have on this thing?" Right? So, um, so anyway, I'm doing the research on like what kind of brakes I need to have. Bill just says, "Go ahead and call." What's her name over at
Wendy.
Wendy? Go ahead
At
and give
Porterfield.
Wendy at Porterfield. Go ahead and give her a call.
Just either that or do factory brakes from Acura, and you don't have to worry about squeaking or anything like that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Brembo, almost every manufacturer uses Brembo brakes.
Oh, okay.
It's just a brand.
It's just
Okay.
a
That's all it
different
is.
shape.
It's nothing to be worried about. It's just a brand name on the brakes.
Uh-huh.
They're just a little bit better than what a factory brake caliper would be. That's all.
Yeah.
It's nothing to. It's this literally nothing about it.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you're not doing much with that car, even and especially if you're not tracking it, I would just, even if you do track it once or twice, I would still just put factory brakes on it.
Yeah. Um, it's been sitting all winter. I don't take it out in the winter. I don't,
Mhm.
it's just not that kind of car to take out. So it's been sitting. But anyway, I got to do those jobs on it, and then they're all quickies. So then I have the Honda already drained. I had it up on the lift, and I gotta tell you, I still think it's like my favorite, coolest thing are those little hydraulic dollies. Because I just took that car right off, put it up, the dollies up underneath the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
You pump them and you lift the whole thing up, and just rolled that car out and rolled it to the side. I love
Yep.
that.
They're amazing, aren't
Love
they?
that, right?
Until you hit a
They're so
rock,
nice.
and then they
Yeah, until you
stop.
hit a rock.
Well, yeah. Shh, don't say that.
Uh-huh. But then I was able to get the other cars through to get them onto the lift, so that was really kind of awesome.
Good.
Because I also end up moving the donor car at the same time, so I kind of squeeze the two together and move them off to the side inside the hangar. So anyway, I'm doing that. The Honda's drained. I have a checklist from last year from the race that we had, and I do know that I need a new throttle body. I'm
Yeah.
thinking that was the issue that I had because even the throttle body that I had put on from the donor, I don't think that was good because I think the engine was exposed too long and that was creating a problem. So I'm going to order a new throttle body this week coming up.
You should let Bill do that. Bill loves to order things.
I can order.
hmm Yeah, he does. So I got the information from Chris because of the fact that some of the parts on the car are Acura parts to give it a little beefier boost on the engine. So I got that information. And then we did the podcast, but I also have Eric Kretzler. He's sending out a checklist of stuff that he remembers from the race. Or I'm going to go back also and listen to the podcast post
That
race.
was
Summit Point.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Summit Point. Yeah, yeah.
The car ran, but it didn't run well. But for the fact that I put it together and it ran, I call that a win.
Right. It ran all weekend. There you go.
You know?
It didn't have VTEC, so that was kind of fun.
No, it didn't have VTEC, and it ran super rich. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of diagnosing. There was some things that we missed, that we fixed along the way. So when we were at the race, but we'll address those when they go back into the hangar. I don't really see. I see as it more like just parts that need to be swapped, but nothing major.
Right.
You know?
Just a good once over with a couple of replacement parts and
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
I wouldn't have known anything about the car until I got on the track anyway. So, but
I,
it finished
I would
the race.
consider that a win. I would
Yeah.
consider that a win for the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I'm back in the shop, doing that. And of course, like I said, I think I'm going to convert the trailer a little bit. So if I'm going to go out and do some of these weekends, I can still stay at the track. If it's just like you and I or something, if it's just, well, me, but if it's you and I,
Who are you talking about?
yeah. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I don't know. Your work schedule's been kind of volatile.
A little bit.
So,
It
yeah.
has.
Yeah, I mean, when Bill sometimes takes off for work, he's gone for like 3 weeks, and he's somewhere in California.
I was home for 2.5 days in February.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
So, Bill has been up to something new for those listeners that haven't heard. Maybe he's talked about it, but Bill doesn't have a schedule to allow him any time to do anything because of work and all the other things. And Bill decided to pick up something this winter, didn't you, Bill?
Nope, not at all.
No,
Nothing
it's
going on
been
here.
about a year,
Nothing going on here.
but
What are you
he's
talking
been.
I think it really ramped up this winter though with the podcast part of it.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
had a little bit of isolation, put it that way.
how hard is it to do a podcast? I mean, anybody
So
can do one.
It is not ideal.
so talk about what you've been up to, Bill.
Uh, we have the late to chess podcast because I started just a teeny bit late, so that's fine.
Yeah, Bill's chessing now.
I am. I'm actually
Compet
getting to
oh
be
oh
quite terrible.
so but get this. Get this. So he tells me yesterday on the way to the movies that him and his cohort in chess has been talking. They're starting a first ever fantasy chess league.
Yeah, because Bill's got a lot of time.
Yeah,
How hard
yeah,
can it be?
Right.
fantasy chess.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, that's great.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't see a problem. What are you talking about? What kind of part do
Yeah.
you need for the Civic now?
New throttle body.
Right now, new throttle body for sure.
Okay.
Notice how he's trying to divert. He's trying to change it off of him.
Yeah,
No,
but
I
here's
would
the
never
thing,
go
is
shopping
that
on Rock Auto during a podcast.
He always does this. He always does this.
You said I
so
could go shopping. I'm in.
so the thing is that they think it's the throttle body because the car did run rich and it was having some difficulty, in that region. But
Okay. Calling Dr. Honda, Jaime,
no,
or
no,
Con. Do
it's
I
a
buy
B8.
one from Rock Auto or do I have to go get one from the
But listen,
I need to
no,
know.
you need to stop
What?
because it's not a Honda piece. It's an Acura piece.
Okay. I have that clicked as well. I'm good.
Yeah, so it's like a 1999 to 2002.
And you wonder why I don't order these things.
No, well, I told you we were going to do it together.
Okay.
And this is
But
why, ladies and gentlemen,
I have lots of
Um,
spare parts for cars I don't own.
right. And it's better to, if you're
Yeah.
building an endurance car, it's better to keep it all as factory as possible because it's way easier.
yeah, yeah. So it is a throttle body for a manual transmission Integra RS, LS, or GS, the year 1996 to 2001 is what
They
it
don't-
is.
they
Now,
They don't make an Integra in 98.
then, okay. So 96 to 2001 is what he was saying. So yeah,
I'm
but
looking in the wrong spot, sorry.
I think it's the welded sensor on the throttle body because there's two sensors that are on it and it's the one I think that's riveted on. So, yeah, anyway, so that was an issue. But then again, I don't know if it also has something to do with something else, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Jackie. I forgot Jackie. Jackie would know.
Jackie would know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
It's in the cart if I got the right piece, but tell me if I need to order it.
Well, we need one. But that's what we
GarageHeroesInTraining at
need.
gmail.com.
He said go through the used car parts place.
Yeah, then you need a Honda one. That's why you said that. You need a OEM one.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
you need an
Chris,
OEM.
well, Chris only buys OEM.
Yeah, you definitely need an OEM one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Very well. Could have told me when I was in California. Could have got a bunch of them.
Right?
No, you probably could have. Yeah, you probably could have found a couple and sitting on the side of the road that probably
And I had an empty van
Or
on the
that you
way
could have
back.
taken
I
one.
could have had a lot of them.
Uh-huh.
Yep. could have had a lot of Honda parts.
A lot of parts. Honda parts are small.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got to fix the Civic race car. We got to fix
Mhm.
some of the daily HPDE cars.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is pretty good shape, except you
Mhm.
kind of let the batteries get a little drained, but
Yeah.
we can fix that. So that brings us to the fun part. What's our first race, guys?
I haven't even looked at the schedules, but we got to get on the
We
schedules.
have looked at the schedules, but Jeremy,
Mhm.
what's our first race?
Our first race, because silence again.
Yes,
For pit race.
No pit race.
Our first race this year with Lemons is first weekend in June,
That's right.
6/5, 6/7.
Yep.
That's at New Jersey Motorsports Park.
Yep.
Then we have
Nope. You are unaware,
talk to me, Goose.
Miss Vicki. When's your next race?
Right after that, I am going to Colorado to go race at High Plains with Brad Lee.
Oh no,
So,
I'm fully aware of that, Bill.
yep,
Oh,
baby
I didn't
bird
know you
coming.
remember. Baby bird's
So,
leaving the nest,
yep,
but mama
he's
bird wants to go make sure baby bird is well taken care of. So
yes. So this is Brad Lee's first race with his first car. Um, that he has been working on, and he had invited me to come out. I said yes. So I put him in touch with Chris and Chrissy
who
because
moved
this
out
is
there?
who also moved out there, and this being his first race, and hey, people, we're going to see if we can either camp share or camp adjacent, because he hadn't thought about paddock. He thought about getting the car there and enough about the garage stuff, but he hadn't thought about the rest of it. So I'm going to
Well,
come and I'm
that's
going to,
fine because everything,
yeah,
it's like metropolitan right around that track. There's
yeah,
so much there.
Yeah, there's so much
yeah.
there.
So I'm going to see what I can do to help him out. Um, but I think for the first one, I was seeing if maybe we can kind of camp share semi with Chris and Chrissy and their group. So Brad can see what it is, and understand it, because I think if you're part of it, you understand how it kind of operates and kind of how it works, and in there instead of trying to figure it out all by yourself. Um,
So you're doing a back-to-back race weekend for the first time.
I am. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. So you know what? He's not coming. He was going to come and race with us, and I told him, I said, this being your very, very first race, I would strongly advise against you coming out here to race in my race and then turn around and then go back to race in your race. I think that for your very first race is way too much pressure. It's too many things can go wrong, is what I told him. For his first race ever. I said, because some people are working on their cars to, like, maybe the night before because they realized something had happened. And if you have things that are starting to go wrong and all of a sudden you have to hop on a plane and you have an entire team waiting for you on the other end and you're not prepared, or you don't know what that looks like, just this year, skip that part.
This year?
Yeah, this year. And then focus on your team so you know everything that you need to do. Just focus there. It's going to take everything you're going to have just to get to the track with your car for your first race. It really is. So there's a lot of planning. You don't want to be doing both. Plus, you're going to be exiting the race here, flying back, deal with a race hangover, and then try to get to your next race, your very first race with your car. I said, it's just too much. I said, think about it next year, but this year skip it. So, um, yeah, so I'm gonna head out there and race in their car, and hopefully I can help him along and help organize his paddock and bring some savvy to it and help him along. A little bit of structure, a little bit of structure, because the rest of the team has never raced before.
Right.
Uh-huh. So this will help. That's what I'm
Yeah.
hoping. And then Bill is going to go out, but he's not going to the race. No,
Nope.
no, no. Oh, no, 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 no. He's going to be in Vegas at a chess tournament.
Hey, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That's all I know.
Right. Yep, it definitely does. Hey, Bill,
Mm.
go in there and drop 500 on black for me every time you walk by the roulette table, please.
Every time? Okay, no
Every
problem.
time.
No problem.
You'll walk away, I'm going to guess, with about $5,500.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
That could
Yep.
pay for Mia's desired swag, maybe.
It very well could.
No, seriously, if you get her a sweatshirt or something like that from
Oh,
there,
yeah,
I would
100%.
seriously Venmo that money to you.
I will find out from her what
Mhm.
she wants while I'm there, and I'll let her pick something out.
I will send you the money. I mean, I will send you her text
yeah.
information.
Yeah, so it's going to be a fun, busy year. So we'll go through, because you guys haven't buckled down your schedule yet, with the exception of those two races.
Mhm.
Maybe Bill has, but
Okay, thank you very much.
I'll go through both of my cars real quick for what we've got scheduled as of right now. So we've got New Jersey Motorsports Park with Lemons,
Mm-hmm.
first week of June. Then
Mm-hmm.
we've got Thompson, 7:30 to 8:2 with Lemons. Then I have Thompson 8:21 to 8:23. I'm going to give a Champ Car race another go.
Really?
Yep, we're going to give it another go, see what happens.
Okay.
And then New Hampshire Motor Speedway is 10:16 to 10:18 with Lemons. And then Summit Point is 10:23 to 25 with Lemons. So those are the 5 races that the handprint car is scheduled to be at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now my white car, first race for that car is 6:26 to 28 at VIR with Lucky Dog. Depending on how the Champ Car race goes at Thompson, we're going to do the July 7:24 to 7:26 Champ Car race at Lime Rock Park.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do Road America with AER 8:7 to 8:9. We're going to do New Jersey Motorsports Park with AER. It's the 14-hour in November, 11:13 to 15 that whole weekend. It's a 14-hour straight race.
What time does it
and
start?
I believe it's 9 a.m.
So it goes into the
No,
black.
It goes into the night. It finishes into the night, I think. Yeah.
So you got to get lights and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. The car has lights. Yeah, it has working everything. Yep. And then again, depending on how Champ went prior, we have a VIR race scheduled 12:4 to 12:6.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 10 races on the books. So we'll see how the year goes, and then if there is time in between those races, there may be some other stuff in the works up here, local stuff. There's a new series called New England GT. It did kind of well last year. They're looking for more cars this year. The Slow and Mellow team, the number 95 car.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually not doing any Lemons races this year. They're going to do only New England GT, or Northeast GT, sorry. But they're not endurance races. Well, they say they're endurance races. It's only a 3-hour race. So you got a 3-hour race Saturday, a 3-hour race Sunday.
Right.
So if there's some time, we might go and do one of those races.
That sounds like fun.
In between. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to go to a track for a whole weekend to only race for 6 hours, but if I was going to do that, I would, go sprint racing or something. But we'll see how the weekend goes. We'll see. So we'll probably end up going and doing one of those, and see how that goes if there's time in between all the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Should be
Yeah.
fun.
So it's going to be a busy race schedule this year.
Are you doing extreme again?
Oh, I've been doing extreme like mad crazy,
I know, but during the summer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll do some extreme in between. In between the races if there's some time that allows me to do that. We got a busy baseball schedule as well. So my son has been asked to play for 2 different travel teams.
Oh boy. Boy.
Yeah. And one of them's got 22 games, June into July. And then the other one is a team that is being put together with a high caliber player team that is going to a national championship baseball week in Myrtle Beach at the end of June.
That could be fun.
Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. But again, it depends on how things go. So that end of June race might not happen if we go do the baseball thing. So there's a lot of different variables that are going to happen.
That means for those playing home game, Jeremy's not going.
That one race at the end of June, if he decides he really wants to go play baseball, that one race at the end of June is probably not going to happen at all. It definitely won't happen if he decides to go.
Take a picture of your schedule and send it over.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can catch up.
Can do stuff. We got stuff.
I think I already sent it to Bill once.
You did.
Good.
I haven't.
Okay.
She has.
Okay.
She just hadn't looked at it.
Okay. So we just got to buckle down your schedule and the team schedules, and I got to talk to Chris and Chrissy and see when they want to come out and race too. Maybe they'll want to come out for New Hampshire or Summit or something.
I think they're judging some of it. I don't know their schedule exactly. We're trying to trying to catch up with them.
Yep.
I'll be seeing them in High Plains.
I know you will. I know. It's gonna be
Big
super fun.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I'm
we
really
could.
looking forward to it.
Well, all of us have got a busy year this year.
Yep.
Bill
right.
with the addition of chess and with the good problem to have of work being incredibly busy.
We were at a race, and he slipped out to go do a chess tournament and came back.
I've messed up and scheduled one.
He did.
You did not.
I did.
He did.
What race?
Summit.
I wasn't racing, so I went
Yeah,
over
he
to the
wasn't
Red. I
racing.
went over to the Red Robin and I sat in their room and I did it there.
Yeah, he did that.
It was online. It's not like it's a big deal.
He did. Yeah,
that's
right.
amazing.
Right now, there's a little bit of competition going. Bill is his brain is divided at this point between chess and racing, and work and
home and
home.
Yep.
And
I'm
yeah,
bored.
well, it's not that. It's just you like being busy. But the other thing is that I've been telling Bill is like you need a vacation so bad, so bad. So for Christmas, he gave me a little trip to Saratoga Springs, which is up in New York. So as soon as the weather breaks for that, that's going to be really nice to go up and close. It's far but close but far.
Well, it's not too far from where the racetrack is, Pineview.
Is that up there?
Yep. Sort of.
I
near there.
just hit it from a different angle, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's near there. I mean, it's a little further. It's further west, but it's up there.
It's relatively close. It's not like next door.
Right.
So it's closer than where our house is.
Yes, it is.
It's closer to where Jeremy's house is.
I am looking forward to getting behind the wheel again. And I'm starting to feel alive. It's been a stagnant winter.
I know. It's fun. It's super fun.
Look at Jeremy's got a big smile on his face.
Oh, I've already been behind the wheel many times this year. So yeah.
But not racing.
Not racing. No. Track, extreme experience. Track days. I get to drive the Hellcats.
So let's give us the roster. What's the roster right now?
For what?
The cars.
For what we have?
Yeah.
Well, we have some new Charger Hellcat wide bodies this year. We got a couple of as my son calls them, the jailbreak.
Why is he calling them the jailbreak?
Because they're the name of the car, like it's a jailbreak. I don't know. It's like 10 more horsepower and a couple other added things to it. It's just a Chrysler thing. They love to come up with, names like that. We've got, the Huracans, the Lamborghini Huracans, the Ferrari 488s. We've got a couple of new Nissan GTRs this year. A couple of new Porsche GT3s, some new GT4 RSs. We've added some more Corvette ZR1s to the fleet. It's pretty fun.
What's the winner for Jeremy wants it in my driveway?
Oh, I mean, if I could only have one of the cars that we have, it'd be probably the GT4
You can rank
RS.
them just in case they're sold out when Christmas comes around. I got to get you something. I mean, you look like Santa Claus.
Oh, I forgot the Ferrari 296 GTB, that car is just ridiculous. But I think one of my favorite cars to still drive right now is still that Corvette. But if I could only have the Z06, yeah.
6, okay.
The C8 Z06, yeah. It's just I don't know. It's just crazy. It's fun, but it's also the newest car to us. So,
yeah.
But I mean, they're all incredible. Every one of them.
Are you guys going to get the crazy Corvette that just came out?
No, they're going to be too hard to get.
You got plenty with the one.
And I don't want to instruct that car.
That would be a scary.
If we were to get one, yeah, no, that'd be no. But to be honest with you, the GTR, in my opinion, was the best car at Motorsports Ranch Houston.
I didn't
just
think
because
you liked
just
those.
because of the track. Oh, I love that car. It's so much fun to drive.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a wild car. It's a big heavy car, but it's a fun car to drive. But I think it was the best car that we had down at Motorsports Race Houston, just because the layout of the track and how bumpy the track was. Like, it was really, really bad. And that
Lumpy
car
bumpy.
just absorbed all the bumps and just continued to tear through all the corners.
Mm.
So, I mean, it depends on the track. It depends on what you're looking for and what kind of fun you want to have, because they all have their own, unique personality.
Miss Vicki, you haven't tried them out yet. Are you interested in maybe going with Jeremy one weekend?
Of course.
Are you going to get behind the wheel this time, or are you just going to go there and look at them like you did the last time?
Probably look at him.
No,
Probably look at 'em.
no,
Yeah,
it's
probably
not on the list.
not on the list.
Not on the list.
You need MOA.
I got to make sure that I take my
Dramamine.
Dramamine. I don't passenger well.
But you would drive, my dear.
I know driving's good. I don't know,
Mhm.
Jeremy. I don't know how you do it and not get sick.
He
I
looks
don't
the
either.
right way.
I don't either. Yeah, I look out the windshield.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't know either. I really don't. Every once in a while I will. I'll get a little bit of motion sickness, but no, it's not bad. I've gotten used to it.
Very well.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like we got a crazy summer.
Mm-hmm.
Wish it was summer.
We have a very crazy schedule.
Yes.
The other thing I was going to chat
Well,
about
I
later.
got one for you. One
Yeah.
of your goals was to get the non-racing weekend together.
Yes, that's got to happen too.
Okay. Just
Yep.
bringing that up, making sure you don't sit there and say, "Oh, I forgot."
No, that's already
It's in there?
already in here.
There's
Right
something in there?
There's something in there.
Oh my goodness, who knew?
But the other thing I was going to bring up, and we'll kind of leave at this one and let everybody mull this out and over. But I think we should look at the last race of the year down there in Atlanta.
Road Atlanta?
At Road Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta, where it snows every time we go?
Hot Atlanta.
I think we should kind of think about adding that to the schedule this year.
I think
Kind
we
of
should.
snows every time.
Hey, I've got a set of snow tires for the BMW.
Yeah, That's true. I'm talking more about the trailer than the.
No.
You know, we need to figure out a way to get there, and somebody else's car, because the tow is what kills you.
I'll tow it.
Yeah.
Says the person who flew the last time.
That's because you wanted me to fly. That was your choice.
Fool. What a fool.
That was our first time.
I mean, I know people down there,
Maybe
and we might be able to make something work. I don't know a lot of people that have race cars down there, but
we could
I
do
know
a
people
trade.
down there,
We could do a
so-
trade. GarageHeroesInTraining@gmail.com.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Let us know. You want to come north? We want to go south. Because honestly, who wants to race down there in August when you can come up to nice, calm, cool, shady acres of Thompson?
very cool. No mosquitoes, by the way. No mosquitoes.
No mosquitoes.
Yeah, yeah.
Plenty of places to park.
Some of the best ice cream in the country
This is true.
Nice.
At a racetrack for sure.
at a racetrack. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's a lot. Nice
Rental
golf
golf
course.
carts. Did you mention that? Rental
Rental
carts?
golf carts.
Ooh.
There's a golf course there as well. So if you come up a
Yes.
day early, you could play golf.
That's right. Putt, whatever.
So
Okay.
think about it.
Very cool.
Mhm.
Jeremy, you got your stuff together? You think you're ready? You think you're good?
I think we're ready. I think we're good. Yep.
Miss Vicki?
We are not ready, but we will be good.
Okay, very well. The gap in our schedule in May is appreciable.
It is. It is.
I miss pit race.
Mm-hmm.
I already do.
Yeah.
I do too.
I missed it since the day we left it last year.
Well, you were in full denial when I posted it to you. You're like, nope, this is true. This is fake news. Fake news.
I was 100% in full denial.
I know.
100%.
We still are.
I still
I can't
am.
believe they did that. I mean, I can, but I can't.
We just need to win the big lottery and go make our own.
I mean, if we won the big lottery, I would submit to the new owners of that facility.
Say, hey,
I'll buy you this piece of property over
That's
here.
right. Let's
You
just move
sell me
over
the
there.
track. You
That's
go
right.
over here.
You go that
Let
way.
us have the track.
Yeah. Or we just build our own. It'll be fun.
Mhm.
And again, I've been to a lot of tracks from coast to coast, and it's still my favorite track.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. It was too much fun. Anyway, we'll
Mhm.
get there. Miss Vicki, we've also got a Gingerman track day.
We do. We're going to be racing with the Italian Job.
That's right.
Oh,
Yep.
what's that series?
Lemons.
Mhm.
Oh, I forgot they added that. Yeah.
Lemons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I have
When
not.
is that?
June something.
Is it
Ju-
June?
June's
Oh,
ugly.
3 weekends in June. Vicky's going to be racing.
Yeah. Only one she has to prep for, though.
This is
Yep.
true. This
3
is
she
true.
has to survive. 1 she has to prep for.
Makes it much easier.
Yeah, and I think that when it comes to prep, that I'll have that done. I'll have it. Well, I think mine's actually the first race out.
It is.
Yeah, then I know. Then it's just a matter of
And then you have to
Just-
decide whether you're doing Thompson or not.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I
gotta
cannot.
figure. You know.
Oh, yeah. Bill can't do Thompson again.
Well, you know what? I think I might. We'll see if I can get Jeff and Eric to come along.
You can
I'll
totally
hang
do
out with
that.
them. Yep,
They'll definitely come.
absolutely. That's what I was
And we'll-
thinking.
They may have their car ready by then.
And we'll all
Oh,
camp together.
Gingerman's in September. It's my birthday weekend.
Oh, okay.
Not that I'm doing a search in the background because it didn't sound right for when I said June. Because Great Lakes is in June. They do the longest day there,
Mhm.
21st or whatever.
I don't think I have much going on in September.
First weekend in September, Labor Day weekend.
I don't see anything on my schedule for September.
I think it's like 5, 6 or so, something like that.
Yeah.
You want to drive a meatball in Gingerman? You've never been to Gingerman. Gingerman's fun.
I've never been to
Gingerman. I
Gingerman.
really
Nope.
like Gingerman. And it doesn't make sense that I like Gingerman because it's flat, but it's fun. I have a good time.
I mean, if there's an extra seat, I might have to make the trip out.
Paging Mike. Is there a seat in the meatball? Is there a seat in the meatball? We may have sold it. I know he's got 3 of us. I don't know that he's got any other takers. We may have a meatball for the meatball.
And I'll wear my dodgeball outfit.
Mike, he's not available. He can't be there.
That'd be hilarious.
All right. So we
Yep.
got some work to do, guys. You need
We
any help up there,
do.
Jeremy? Do I need to ship off my my number 1?
I may. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yep.
Very well.
See what happens. Especially
Oh,
as the prep comes for livery.
Ah, yes. Miss
Because Miss
Livery.
Vicky's gotten fairly good at doing wraps.
And you like the blue.
And I love the blue.
Yeah, that would be
Yep.
fun.
Yep.
Indeed. You know what? I got a solution. You bring the car down. You and I go tear apart those 2 cars. Miss Vicky and Miss Jen, livery item things.
Livery.
Done.
We'll have
And
it
I
done
feed
by
and
the
I
end of
feed
the
you large
weekend.
pieces of steak.
That sounds like a fun weekend.
That does.
We might have to make that happen in May.
That's right. GarageHeroesInTraining at gmail.com.
All right.
We have room. All right,
We do have
Jeremy,
room.
since you're finally home in one night and you're at the house, I figure we should let you go and you should go see the family.
Yep. I'm going to go see the family. So,
Excellent.
well, it's 9:15. The boys are hopefully asleep because they got school tomorrow.
Good luck with that.
I got an appointment 9:00 to go get passports for the F1 race.
Woohoo.
Woohoo!
Mhm.
Hopefully
right.
it'll be smooth. Well, when is the race again?
It's in May.
Okay, you're
whatever
fine.
it was. Yeah. Yeah. It says they're about
Maybe.
6 weeks out right now.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a lot of time. I would definitely go tomorrow.
Oh, no. I have an
Yeah.
appointment tomorrow morning at 9:00. Yep.
All right, good plan.
Yeah. So,
All right. Have fun, everybody. Thank you.
all right. Thank you so much.